morning. Thank you, Elise. Let's rise. Let's get up and get our juices flowing with some divine energy of song. Good morning.
Take a look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you and say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship reunite and honor all the God in each other. Oh, take a look at the person next to you and say, Namaste, I bow to you. And feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Yeah.
We do come together in the name of love. Who's here in the name of love this morning? Yes, we do come together in the name of love. Thank you, Elise Carver, for leading us in that. Welcome to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living, a place where we are empowered. We know that we're empowered, and we mirror back to each other the magnificence that we are, the spiritual magnificence that we are. Yes? Yes, we mirror that back and we practice here. We practice a teaching called the science of mind, where we know that our thoughts are powerful to create our lives, and not only our thoughts, but our vibration and that which we align with. And so we are aligned with the great power and presence of God within us, and so all is well. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to those of you online. And we have coming forward right now our board president, Mark Ruth, to give us our announcements.
A big thank you for everyone who helped or came and enjoyed our pledge potluck last Sunday. We had a fantastic time, and it was fun seeing all those different dishes. And I sampled a lot of them. If you didn't have a chance to fill out a pledge card, they're still available at the front desk. A big warm thank you for all who filled it out already. This Wednesday, November 27th, we will have our Thanksgiving Eve service at 2 p.m. It will be a full service with great music featuring Carla Dominguez, Laura Weintraub, and Reverend Mary Morgan. There will be childcare available. And we'll have an inspirational message from Reverend Gregory. There will be no 11 a.m. service that day. In our foyer, we have our traditional Thanksgiving tree. We invite you to take an empty leaf, write something that you are grateful for, and hang it on the tree. Angel Project 2024. Hey there, angels. Are you ready to earn your wings? Then join our biggest giving extravaganza of the year while activating the law of circulation. The Angel Project is now in full swing, and Jan Mintz will give you the details.
God morning, family. Yeah, we're out to help 40 of our neighbors who are in need this Christmas season. And we've been doing this for over 20 years. So you can figure 40 times 20, we've helped 800 families just here in the South Bay, right? So these, and so I've been doing it for probably over 10 years now, and some of the requests just kind of stick in your mind. There was a family one time where the parents just asked for beds for their kids because they were sleeping on the floor. And we had a mother who asked for a hotel voucher because she didn't want to have the kids spending Christmas in the car that they were living in at the time. So we got them a hotel voucher. We had a little 7-year-old in hospice care, so a gravely ill child. It was just she and her father, and her gift, her request was just more hugs from Daddy. So these are the folks that we help, and it just warms my heart every Christmas morning to know that they're having a happy Christmas too. So here's lots of things you can do. We are under a timeline, folks. We have 2 weeks left, and we have a lot of money still to raise. If you are streaming us, you can call into the center and donate through with Doris during business hours. A thought I had for folks too is put it out on Facebook. Get your friends and family to participate. Pass the hat at Thanksgiving. We have flyers that explain all about Angel Project. You can pick those up. Pass the hat at Thanksgiving. I've told our kids, we don't need stuff and things. Please donate for Christmas for our gifts. So just some ideas for us to get things moving faster and fill those coffers. And so I think that's about all I wanted to add today. We hope to see everybody out of the tree with your checkbook, your cash, your credit card. All donations are tax deductible, and there's none that's too small or too big. So thank you for the people who've already donated. We have some families that have already been adopted, the entire family, so blessings to those folks, and I know we're just going to make everybody have a very Merry Christmas. So thank you all.
Well, thank you, Jen. And as a reminder, don't procrastinate. The last day for donations is Sunday, December 1st, so don't wait. Our drumming circle will meet today at 12:30 p.m. Our women's circle is hosting a Christmas luncheon fundraiser for our center on Sunday, December 8th after service. Before class and meditation, next Sunday, we will have our Science of Mind before class at 10 a.m. until 10:25. So don't come in at 10:15. It starts at 10 a.m. And then we'll have meditation in this sanctuary from 10:30 until 10:45 before the service. We are happy that starting in December, we will offer meditation at 10:30 on Wednesdays and Sundays in the sanctuary. If you would like prayer for something in your life, please come to the front of the sanctuary by the piano after service. One of our practitioners will lead a prayer circle. If you are here for the first time, please raise your hand so the ushers can offer you a gift bag. So do we have anyone here for the first time? Scan. Oh, we got a winner. Got a winner. There we go. Excellent. And thank you for being here. I always like to say it wouldn't be the same without you. Now, if for some reason you are afraid to raise your hand, you can go to the front desk and get your gift bag if you're here for the first time. Now we will have some music as we turn within, getting ready for our invocation.
I would invite you all to close your eyes for a second. And just take a deep breath. Remember that you are always connected to your source, no matter what might be presenting itself in your life. You are love. You are peace. And you can always rest and trust and know you are made of that very essence that is your source. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is love. There is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love. There is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know in the stillness of this moment there is love.
In the stillness of this moment, there is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is joy. We take this moment in the stillness to commune with that one life, that one power, that one presence. To know right where we are, not just with our minds, but to know with our entire being that something greater in us that is always just nudging us a little bit to say there is more. There is more than what appears. You are greater than what appears. You are called to be who you originally were and still are. Love, joy, peace, harmony. This is our nature. This is what we are called to be. And I know that there is an opening right here and right now for each of us to be the inlets and the outlets for that love, for that joy, for that peace. And so I just bless all that unfolds here today, for I know it unfolds in a container of such love that everything unlike love yields and dissolves and gives way, for it is nothing. And all that is left is the love and light that we are. I bless it all. I am grateful. I let it be. And so it is.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to deliver today's inspirational Science of Mind message based on Reverend Gregory's message, The Joy That Passes All Human Understanding. The topics for November have been filled with joy. The joy within, some in your smile, and being a joyful presence. Seeing today's message, the joy that passes all human understanding, my first reaction was, if it passes all human understanding, how am I to understand it? Much less explain it. But then I had the feeling of relief. Well, that's Reverend Gregory's message, and I'm sure he'll handle it. But then I thought, well, what do the principles of science of mind, since this is a science of mind lesson, have to say about the joy that passes all human understanding? Dr. Ernest Holmes, founder of Science of Mind, wrote in his textbook, The Science of Mind, at page 290, everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Know this, see it, feel it, be it. Okay, the joy is mine now. I'll be it. But what is it? Well, Reverend Gregory wrote in his book, A Simple Guide to Planetary Transformation, and I quote, "Joy is an indescribable feeling and experience of wholeness and wellness, made manifest as some combination of pleasure, bliss, delight, or elation. It is life bursting forth from within to proclaim, I am, and all is well. It is the presence of God revealed, manifested, and brought into the vibration of the individual. Joy is independent of what is going on around us. Joy is an inner quality." So, I take from this that joy is not dependent on outside circumstances. I'm living my life from the inside out, and it is the presence of God revealed. So, if I have the belief that there is not a spot where God is not, God, my divine source, is within. On that spiritual plane, the divine source is the absolute where there are no conditions or limitations, just being perfect, whole, and complete. My nature and essence is joy. So, my finite mind I can't fathom the depths of the infinite. And God, the Spirit, is infinite. It passes my understanding, but I have that faith and belief that it's there. Ernest Holmes wrote an affirmation in the textbook concerning joy. I represent the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It is unerring. There are no mistakes in the divine plan for me. There is no limitation, poverty, want, nor lack. I am the spirit of joy within me. Now that's the truth from Ruth, and so it is.
I would like to welcome this morning's guest soloist, Stacy Justice. Yay.
Good afternoon. God afternoon. I drove all the way down from a little teeny tiny town called Leona Valley up in, it's near the Antelope Valley. So I'd like to thank Elise and Reverend Gregory for inviting me. Reverend Gregory used to be my reverend until you guys took him. But he deserves to be here, doesn't he? Yeah. This is a beautiful sanctuary. Thank you guys again for having me. This song is called Today I Choose by the wonderful Karen Drucker. I invite you, if you'd like, to get a little boogie on. It's an upbeat number. Because we feel into it when we choose to embody, right? We're not just choosing here. We're choosing throughout our system. So I invite you to choose today. Take a deep breath in. Aren't we? Our human body is so cool. We get to breathe. We get to sing. We get to love. What do I want my day to be? choose. What do I want to feel today? I choose. What do I want to be today? I choose. I choose. I choose. I choose. Here we go. I choose. Oh, yeah, yeah. Today, I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, grateful, happy. Today, I choose to be happy, so happy. Today, I choose to be happy, happy, peaceful. Today, I choose to be peaceful, so peaceful. Today, I choose to be peaceful, peaceful. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, 'cause it's all up to me. Oh, so today, I choose to be loving, so loving. Today, I choose to be loving, loving, joyful. Today, I choose to be joyful, so joyful. Today, I choose to be joyful, joyful. Today, I choose. A little bit of horn action. Today, I choose. Woo! Today, I choose. That's right. Today, today, I choose, I choose. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, 'cause it's all up to me. It's all up to me. Oh, today I choose to be thankful, so thankful. Today I choose to be thankful, thankful. Today I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today I choose to be grateful, grateful. Every day I'm grateful, grateful. Every day I'm grateful, grateful. Today I am grateful, grateful. Thank you.
Justice, Stacy Justice. Let's give her some more love. Yes. Thank you so much, Stacy. And see, you all might have heard Stacy say good afternoon, even though it's morning. And I'll tell you what happened there. I can explain that. See, we used to have a service in Antelope Valley at 10:30 in the morning, and then we moved our service to 1 o'clock, because you all know I was doing 2 services, one in Bakersfield, one in Antelope Valley. So when we moved from morning service to afternoon service, it took us a whole year. We kept practicing. We would get up and we would say, good morning, good afternoon. So she's been practicing all this time to say good afternoon. That's what happened. I had to laugh. So good to be here with all of you, and I love how the divine works. You know, the divine is always working through us, in us, around us all the time. If we just pay attention, we can see these synchronicities. And I knew you were going to sing that song, Stacy, but I didn't. It was just like, oh yeah, I love that song. I didn't really think a lot about what the lyrics were, but it dovetails so well with the message today that we really get to choose. We really get to choose. We really get to get up in the morning. We don't have to say it's just going to be a good day today. We get to get up in the morning and declare it's going to be a good day, right? And thank you, Mark, for those wonderful words that you shared with us. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. This joy that passes all human understanding. See, it doesn't say it passes all understanding. I was very careful because to not say it passes all understanding, it said it passes all human understanding. See, but we are greater than just human. Yes? We are divine beings, and so when we step into our divine essence, right? We step into our divine essence, we start to see more, we start to experience more, we start to know more. And one of the beautiful things that we can do is to open ourselves to be the vehicle and the vessel through which something magnificent and great happens. Who's willing to be the vehicle through which something great and magnificent happens? Right? Who needs to totally understand it in your humanness before you're willing to be that vessel? No one's going to admit. A couple of people were like, The beauty of making ourselves available to the divine, making ourselves open to the divine, is that we begin to reveal things that are past our human understanding. We don't know how we could feel so much joy. We don't know how we could experience so much peace. We don't know how we could be so loving, right? You know, you've got those scriptures from Jesus that say, love your enemies, love those that despitefully use you, love those that curse you. We got a wow from Is that Dorothy over there? I can't see. We got a wow from Dorothy over there. And she's seen a lot. She's going to turn 100 on March 28th, so she's seen a lot. Who wants to throw a party for her on March 28th next year? Let's have a little party, you know, 100 years. I mean, you know. A big party, yes. Got to watch our words here. Can't throw a little party when someone turns 100. Yes. But see, when we are willing, when I became a minister, I've probably shared this with you before, maybe on that very first visit I might have shared this with you, that when I became a minister, I said that it just became really clear to me. It wasn't like I said it actually or declared it. It was something that just became really clear. It just came forth in me. It said, I can hold animosity toward no one. It just felt so like that's what it is to be a minister. Like I can't hold animosity toward anyone. And so then I had to deal with when I did hold animosity toward people. But that's the human, you see. That's the human, right? That's the human. But my just saying that and my willingness to align with that, my willingness to be a vehicle and a vessel through which love pours forth even for those that despitefully use me, that love pours forth for even those that curse me, that love flows forth for even those who call me out of my name, allows something to come through me that humanly I wouldn't be able to create, that humanly I wouldn't be able to understand, that humanly sometimes I don't even want to. When I first became a practitioner, I would come up on the platform on Sunday, and you know, when you're a practitioner or a minister or a musician or whenever you come up on this sacred platform, right? You're coming up here on this sacred platform to serve, right? And to surrender to the presence of God within you, right? But sometimes before coming up here, depending on what happened during that week, you're not necessarily, well, I'll speak for me. Everyone else may be like totally enlightened in this regard. But sometimes in those days, I would have some animosity towards someone. I would be upset with someone. I would be angry with someone. I would maybe even want a little revenge, you know? And I would come up on the stage, and my human mind wanted to play a little game. My human mind wanted to play a little game, and that little game was, here's the game. I'm going to come up here, and there's going to be a part of me that I'm going to dedicate to being surrendered to Spirit. There's a part of me I'm going to dedicate to being a vessel for Spirit, and that part is going to be enough, and you will get exactly what you're here to get. And then there's going to be another part of me I'm going to have over here. And that part of me over here is going to be like still really upset with that person and really cursing that person and really like, wait till I get off of this stage. I'm going to tell you about yourself. But the beautiful thing that I discovered in that was it was not possible to do. It was not possible that I had to choose between one or the other. I had to either choose to be surrendered to Spirit and to be the presence of love and peace and joy and that, or I had to surrender to the human realm of all the things of the ego. I couldn't do both. And so I chose in that moment who I was going to serve. Whom will you serve? So this, I feel, is our call for all of us if we are in that space of how do I be loving in this situation? How do I bring joy in this situation? How do I be peaceful in this situation? You, in the ego sense, in a human sense, don't. Right? The human gets rocked. The ego gets rocked all the time. The ego wants to respond and react, but there is something greater in you and me that if we surrender to that, if we open to that, if we say, you know what, I would be willing to be the face of joy. I would be willing to be the face of peace. I would be willing to be the face of love. I would be willing to be the one who could embrace all people, even those that despitefully use me, even those that curse me. How many of you would sign up for such an assignment? It's like a few hands going up, a few. I venture to say that's what we're here to be. I venture to say that we in a spiritual community in these times, and you could probably say this at any point in human history, during these times, we live in interesting times. Probably everyone and every time thought they lived in interesting times. But this is what we on a spiritual path are here to do. We on a spiritual path are here. If all we're doing is up in the same drama that the rest of the world is in, then what are we really doing? Right. What are we really doing if we're all up in the same drama? Ours is to rise above that drama. Ours is to know something greater, that there's a greater truth beyond the appearances of what's going on, and there's something greater in us that if we just could surrender and allow, that if we would allow ourselves to be a portal through which this divine essence were to come through, Since we're talking about joy, I'll stay with joy. Joy is just waiting to burst forth at every point of existence. Joy is waiting to burst forth at every point of existence. That means right at the point of existence that is you. Right at the point of existence that is you. Right at the point of existence that is you. Right at the point of existence that is you and me and everyone else. Joy is just waiting to burst forth because it is our natural essence. It is the nature of the divine to be in this pure joy, this pure bliss. When we do our meditation in the morning, right? Everyone does your meditation in the morning, right? I asked the people in class yesterday, right? Because I was saying, when you do your meditation, I'm like, okay, that's an assumption that But I trust that you start your day with some sort of invitation to the divine, some sort of communion with your divine nature. That you wake up and you spend some time, dare I say, before you get on social media, dare I say, before you get on email, dare I say, before you read the news, dare I say, before you do anything, that you connect with that divine spirit within you. And in connecting with that divine spirit within you, in practicing that and communing with that on a day-by-day basis, there is something in the Buddhist tradition that is called samadhi. It is a state that we enter into in meditation after much practice, where it transcends the human condition. It transcends the human condition. And even if we only experience it for a second, we get a glimpse and we know there is something greater. There is something greater. Marianne Williamson, there's a group here that meets every Tuesday morning, right, Reverend Kathy Sinfield? Reverend Kathy leads a group on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m., and they're reading a book called The Mystic Jesus by Marianne Williamson. And I was spending a little bit of time with that book this week, and I'm going to share a quote with you from that book, actually. Some good stuff in there, really good stuff in there. She says, we come from somewhere beyond this world, from an oceanic realm of bliss that is the mind of God. In that primordial bliss, we were created. And to that primordial bliss, we long to return. Our disconnection from that state of being has left us in chronic, though subconscious, hysteria and grief. We long unceasingly for the memory of who we are. A little further along, she says, your deep grief is your longing to be you. Your deep grief is your longing to be you. There's somewhere in you where you know this. There's somewhere in me where I know this, where we know that joy that is the truth of our being. We know that peace that is the truth of our being. We know that harmony and wholeness that is the truth of our being. And we long to get back to being who we truly are. And so on a spiritual journey here, I find that the distractions, that we're to not get so distracted with everything going on in the world that we forget who we are. And that as spiritual beings, like in this spiritual community, we are here to shine such a light in the world that we literally are transforming the world. We're not conforming to the world. We're not conforming to all of the division. We're not conforming to any of that. We're showing up in such a way that we are touching that mystic chord within us of divinity. I love, when we start really paying attention to how spirit shows up and this Science of Mind teaching. Last Sunday, right at the end of the vegan potluck, right? Eliza and I and a couple of us, we were having a conversation, right? And we were kind of in like catching this vision together. And we were catching this vision of this community being so vibrant. And we were catching this vision of there being so many people that were showing up here and participating here and part of this community, that we would just run it wherever we went in town, whether it be Redondo or Torrance or any of the other places in the area in the South Bay or wherever, that we would run into someone from Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. Wherever we went, we would run into someone. And then we got real specific and we say, we would go to the supermarket, and while we were at the supermarket, there would be someone from Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. We would look at each other and say, wait, you look really familiar, and we would know that one of the places that we know so many people from is here, and we would say, do you go to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual? Yes, and that was on Sunday. Now, mind you, I don't think I've run into anyone at the supermarket ever since in my 4 months here yet from Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. I don't know, maybe once, I don't know, but I don't think I have. Well, that was Sunday. Monday, not only do I run into someone at the supermarket, guess who it was that I ran into at the supermarket? Eliza, right? This is the kind of reminders that we get of the power of our word, the power of our thought, the power of our alignment. We start aligning with something greater, and it begins to come to pass. So we start aligning with our joy, and our joy comes to pass. We start aligning with some new idea, and that new idea starts to be made manifest through us and as us and for us. This is how powerful we are, and this is what we seem to constantly forget sometimes when we get caught up in the things of the world. We forget sometimes who we are and who we came here to be. So many examples of this. Let's take a moment, if you're willing, if we're talking about joy here today. How many of you like joy? Okay, cool. Let's take a moment here to align with joy. Let's take a moment to align with joy. First, the first thing we have to do, it's absolutely necessary, is we have to choose joy. If we're not choosing joy, there's too much in the world that will represent something that looks other than that. If we're not choosing joy, then we're really not off to a good start. So the first thing we have to do is choose joy. So let's say right now, I choose joy. I choose joy. And then let's say, I am willing to let go of everything in my being that is unlike joy. Now let's try that again, like we really. I could hear some thinking going on there, like, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's just make it real simple here. We'll say it very powerfully. I release everything else. I now am the embodiment of joy. I am willing for Spirit to bring the fullness of joy into my being. I feel so happy. That was a joke. No, but this is the walk. This is the walk that we're on here. This is the walk that Spirit doesn't enter our being fully except for by invitation, right? So we start to be willing to be the vessel through which something greater happens, and great things happen through us. When I said that thing 20 years ago when I became a minister, that I hold animosity toward no one, trust me, I was holding animosity at that moment toward many people. But just my willingness and my declaration and my alignment started to lead me on a path of things opening up, right? When I when I took on my first ministry, I was the senior minister in Davis, California, and I invited some members of the choir. Actually, I think it was the whole choir from my. No, it wasn't the whole choir because we had a big choir in Oakland, but it was a good set of the people from the choir in Oakland to come sing there. And one woman thought it was very something, I don't know, appropriate. And she said, I actually love it because she said, the Reverend, you all know Reverend Gregory here. She said, I knew someone other than this Reverend Gregory that you know. But it's the truth when people have been on the journey with you, right? When people haven't been on the journey with you and they just see like you down the road after doing all kinds of deep spiritual practice, they're just like, oh, well, you've never had any issues, and you're just so kind and loving. And sure, you can love everyone, but what about us? But she said, no, I knew Reverend Gregory before he was Reverend Gregory. And that's all of us. All of us are doing this journey of awakening, this journey of becoming, this journey of aligning with something higher. And all it takes is for us to say yes to the divine presence within that is already wanting to be the fullness of joy, the fullness of peace, the fullness of love, right where you are. Not someone else. Don't tap your neighbor and go, I think he's talking about you. Right? I told you that joke about the two kids that were fighting over who gets the first pancake, and the mother said, now boys, what would Jesus do? And the one boy said, oh, well, Jesus would let his brother have the first pancake. And then the other brother quickly said, okay, well, you be Jesus. Don't tap your neighbor on the shoulder and say, you be Jesus. We're talking to you today. We're talking to you today. The divine Spirit is knocking at the door for you to be used in a greater way. In the same way that when the burning, Moses must have had a lot of resistance because God had to come to him through a burning bush to get his attention, right? God was probably talking to Moses for a long time first, right? Without Moses listening. He said, okay, if we put a burning bush and talk to him from a burning bush, I bet he'll pay attention. And even then, Moses said, well, who, me? I can't do this. Why are you calling on me? But it's us. It's each one of us. All Spirit needs is our willingness, our yes, that I would be willing to be such a presence of joy, that I would be willing to be such a presence of peace, that I would be willing to be such a presence of love. That's the invitation today. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Let's hear from Stacy Justice again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on up, Stacy. Thank you all.
Good morning. This song is by Denise Rosier. If you haven't checked out her spiritual music, it's amazing. And this song is called Joy in My Day.
Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. No love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. We are lifted up, we are lifted up higher. We are lifted up, we are lifted up, we are lifted up higher. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day, God in every breath joy in our day. Joy in our day. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. Love in the words I sing. We are lifted in the peace I make. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. Peace. We are lifted up. Joy. We are lifted up higher. Thank you.
Well done, Stacy. Thank you so much. Oh, I miss your voice. So good to have you here with us today. That's Cottrell over there. He's a musician and a musical genius over there. He like does all kind of things musically. So talk to him afterward. Get to know him. So good. Thank you so much, all of you, for who you are in this community, the way you show up in this community, the way that you give to this community, because we rely, in order for us to do the great work that we're here to do, and I think we are doing great work here. Would you agree? I think we're changing the world. I really do. I think every time we do our spiritual practice and we take a class and we grow and we learn and we come to service and we celebrate life and we lift up a higher truth, this vibration is rippling out into the world. It's not stopping at the doors here. It's like rippling out, and we are really transforming the world. And this takes money. One of the things it takes is money. So thank you for the ways that you support this community. We have so many ways you can do it. You can give, you can use your text, and you can text that number right up there, and that you'll give just like that. But you put the amount in, text that number, you'll have already given. Well, that's my style. I do it like that. Or my other style would be to use that QR code up there and put my phone toward it, and the website would come up, and I go right to the website and give from there. Or you can just go directly to the website, redondocsl.org/donate. So thank you for the ways that you give, because we're here doing what we do because of you. Thank you so much. Our ushers are going to come forward. Let's say they are forward. They are forward. They're right here in front of me. They're so close, I can't even see them. Let us say our affirmation together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love. And so it is. Yes.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, God is all there is.
Yes. Let's give some love to Elise Carver over here, musician extraordinaire. Thank you, Elise, so much. And thanks to all of you. And let's stand for a moment here and let's affirm and declare and embody. Who wants to embody joy right now? Who wants to embody joy? Yes. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do right now. Because sometimes we have to disrupt patterns. You know, if we just stay in a rut, sometimes nothing changes. We're just repeating some words. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do. I'm going to invite you to do a little move, some sort of move that's different than anything you've ever done before. It could be anything. It could be subtle. It could be like, what? Or it could be, ha! Some little move that you're going to embody and enjoy. When we do this next affirmation, so everyone's going to do their little, get your move in your mind, like what you're going to do, right? Or you don't have to. You can just be spontaneous, right? And so we're gonna do this affirmation, this next affirmation with our move, okay? All right, you ready? All right, so you're going to repeat after me, and you're going to do your move, okay? You're going to say, I move into joy. Yes, and so it is. Yes, you know, one of the most powerful practitioners, her whole prayer was, "Tain't so, it ain't so," right? So that little prayer we just did could be the most powerful prayer, right? Yes, and so it is. All right, now that you're standing, let's sing the peace song. Grab your neighbor's hand if you're comfortable with that. The ministers, practitioners, I invite you to come up here on the stage to sing the peace song.